And I don't hear of any ignorance in the community concerning my players. I want to hear, you know what, he opened the door for us. He was very delightful. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear they were loud, they had their pants down on their butt, they was playing loud music, they were smoking. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear the pleasantries.
What's up, guys? Welcome to 80/20 Sports. I am your host, Alvin Holden, also known as Project 80/20 in these YouTube streets. So on today's video, we're talking a little one-on-one with Coach Primetime. That is the Deon Sanders, and he is the head coach at Jackson State. Made a bunch of waves as far as being a head coach of a 2A school and trying to get some of these athletes to go to a black college instead of going to the major and predominantly white schools. Anyways, did an interview, and whenever this man gets in front of a camera and says something, he always says something that's inspirational. He always says something that's important. He doesn't mince his words, and there's always something that you can always take something away from every single interview that he's ever done. There's always just gems and gems and gems in there. In fact, I had a hard time deciding which parts of this video I wanted to play or which part of this interview, but there's this one particular part that I think is useful, valuable. I'm going to take the link to this particular interview and I will put it down in the description box below. I might pin it to the top of the comment section also. So please do me a favor and just go watch this, because this man is great, and I like when athletes, coaches, when people that I admire speak from the heart and they share some of their knowledge and some of their learnings from their life. So this is a pretty dope interview. I decided on this part because I think this is important. So what I'm gonna do, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this rock.
Main thing I hope to accomplish this year?
Greater number of kids graduate, and we're able to get them into the workforce at six figures and beyond. The kids that we have on the team that are fathers, that we teach them how to become fathers, not baby daddies. Several young men go pro, and I don't hear of any ignorance in the community concerning my players. I want to hear, you know what, he opened the door for us. He was very delightful. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear they were loud, they had their pants down on their butt, they was playing loud music, they were smoking. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear the pleasantries.
At a time where we're having a hard time with and trying to affect the overall image of the African-American male. I'm an African-American male. That's generally the goal when you're in a position like that. And, trying to clean up the image or trying to re-establish the image of an entire group of people when it's been so thoroughly damaged from the inside, it's difficult to do. At a time where it is so easy to villainize young black men, it's going to be quite the task to try to protect these young boys from the environments that they come from the environments that they're going back to. There's endless amounts of booby traps and pitfalls, and it's very easy. In fact, more than anything, it's more likely for those things to trip young men up. And for Coach Primetime, Coach Sanders to hold that as being, he didn't hesitate with that answer. That came out right away. And I wholeheartedly believe that that's what he wants to do. And often any opportunity that I have to show that young African American men, myself included, are contributing members of society, and we're not all criminals, and we aren't criminal in nature and aren't violent in nature. And I have felt my whole life that I needed to always put my best foot forward so that I never had any of that reputation stuck on me. As I've gotten older, I've realized that no matter how solid I myself behave, I will still have to deal with the reputation of others. And I have been guilty in the past of saying, you know, as long as I do my job properly and I dot my I's and cross my T's, I'll never have to deal with any of that shenanigans. And life has told me that it doesn't matter whether or not I've done any of that stuff. The reputation of the people that look like me will follow me around, and I will have to deal with it. So it's a fight that will find me, and it took me almost 35 years to realize or recognize that now. So it's really nice that Prime Time is making that a priority, and he really looks to be trying to coach men, not just football players, but men. And I really, really appreciate that. So shout out to him. Anyways, full video will be in the description, and I'll try to pin it in the comments for you guys. You know, follow Jackson State, support Jackson State. The more popular they get, the more likely they're going to do really well. They're going to bring money to the school. More black players are going to go to black schools, which again, it's not necessarily a black-white thing. It's just that African-American people deserve to be able to go to a college or a school and to be able to compete with people that look like them. And, you know, it's really easy to want everyone to integrate or be around a bunch of, you know, everyone should be together. But as a black person that has constantly been around nothing but people that didn't look like him, I don't even know what it's like to live or be in a place where everyone looks like me. And I carry a level of anxiety with me every single day in and day out, because I'll go a week or two without seeing another black person in person for real. And let's not even talk about actually doing some business with. There are no black people where I live. So shout out to him. Props to him. They're doing really well. They got some talented guys out there. I really liked where Jackson State is going, and I hope more of these black schools get some really high caliber coaches and talent, and compete on a higher level with the big boys. So that being said, do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, maybe share the video. Hit me down in the comments if there's something that you liked. If there's something that you didn't like, let me know. Not necessarily saying I'm gonna make a change, but I will take it into consideration. I read every single comment, and I try to reply as quickly as I possibly can. Erykah Badu said it best. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. I'll holler at you guys in the next one. Peace.